Morning guys, Force Thrust Institute of Maintenance. We're out here this morning getting ready to hit the road with our truck and our trailer in Colorado to meet up with our folks at BAS Parts. They have a whole bunch of stuff the school's going to be able to find useful, including fuselages, engines, propellers, a number of things our students can use for wonderful projects. A lot of you guys might be wondering why it is we need more parts. Well, the truth is, Thrust Institute of Maintenance is starting to get real busy. Our daytime classes at this moment are full, and our night classes are even starting to fill up as well. Likewise, with the launch of our new Conroe campus, located about 1 hour north of Houston, we have the need for additional training aids, tools, and frankly, airplanes for the students to be able to work on.
Through this, so it was ran over there, and the edge was just cut through. I barely pulled on it, came apart.
At our favorite stop of Buc-ee's here, except this time in the great state of Texas in Amarillo. We're about halfway up to Colorado right now. It's been a fun ride so far. Unfortunately, we had a few mishaps along the way. One of the straps on the trailer let go. We had a burned out trailer light. We're also fighting a whole lot of wind today, so this here truck is burning more gas than I ever thought possible. Doesn't matter, tonight we'll be in Colorado, we'll get some good food, and tomorrow, time to do business. Well, we had a little bit of an interesting email late last night from BAS. Unfortunately, we were unable to find one of the parts we had promised that we would be able to bring up, and it's been a little bit of back and forth, so we're going to do a little bit of in-person, old-school negotiation. I loaded up a few extra parts onto the truck, and with any bit of luck, it's going to be enough to close this deal. We've made it to Colorado. That was a long day of driving. My guys are tired. We're gonna go out, get a little dinner, get rested up for tomorrow. Welcome to the Mile High City. Woo! Hey, good morning guys. After a good night's rest, we're on the road again, heading up to Greeley. It's only about an hour drive up there. We're getting ready to meet with Nolan from BAS. I am very hopeful that we're gonna be able to make a good deal here today. Let's find out, guys.
Hi, I'm Nolan. I'm our finance director here at BAS Part Sales. So I'm in spreadsheets all day long, and I purchased our airplanes here along with our boss, Jared Bowles, and that's about it. So this is our disassembly shop right here. This is where we tear down all of our piston aircraft. We have our jet shop over just a block that way where we tear down our jet aircraft. But the guys are just gearing up to bring in a next round. We call it our reload process. So they're bringing in this Vision jet. We got an A36 coming in, 182, and I can't remember the next thing that's coming in. But yeah, this is where I guess the whole process starts, is in the disassembly shop. And if you guys walk with me, you can see the guys, once they take the parts off, they move onto these racks where they get a quick label, just like this, fuel primer.
Perfect.
And then from there, this is our clean room where Sam and Dylan make the parts look as good as they can, whether that's cleaning in the solvent tank, sandblasting right behind you. We have a small paint booth for either putting zinc chromate on parts, or we'll put some paint on parts to make them look better. Their goal is just to make the parts look as good as they can. And they also do some inspection in here as well. Obviously, awesome. It's easier to see cracks once you get the dirt and grime off the parts. So from their room, it actually goes over into our research room, which we call one of the most important rooms in the building. So this is our research room. We've got 5 people full-time that are researching part numbers, tagging parts. You can see those tags behind you with all the info. So this is off of an Aerostar here, and so you can see exactly which airplane it came off of, total time, when it was removed, the researcher, location, SKU number, all that good stuff. And then part number, alternate part numbers, all that good stuff. And so they get the parts ready for going in our warehouse and on our website. And then you can see our photo booth over there is where they picture all the parts. We got a photo booth there, photo booth over there, and we keep it consistent throughout all of our buildings, and even our Kansas City location.
How many aircraft do you guys bring in, completely disassemble, and then get, parted out and retagged to market?
This year, I think we're going to hit 150.
Wow.
Between this building and then the 621 building.
That's one every other day. Very impressive.
Yeah, yep. So that's what I think we'll hit this year.
Sweet.
And we're growing every year. More airplanes every year, and more complicated airplanes every year. Obviously, that Vision Jet that was coming in is a lot more complicated than a 150. Our complication and the amount of parts that we're pumping out each year just keeps growing. So obviously we're in our shop shuffle right now. So everything's a little chaotic. It just hit on the wrong day. But if you look down here, you can see we have all of our big parts over here on the east side that just don't fit in a black tote very easily. And then all of our smaller stuff on this west side here.
Wow.
And so this is our warehouse where we house all the inventory. And you can see right here, this is a great example. Everything's got a location on it for our fulfillment department, just like that. This one is from 2022, so
nice.
3 years old. They'll grab the part, usually 10, 25 at a time. They do it in batches, take it over the shipping bench, get it boxed up, and get it to the right place.
Awesome.
Or right country, because we ship to 80 plus countries a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's always multiple countries a day. Everything that is online is either in this warehouse or Kansas City warehouse or 621 warehouse. Our most expensive parts on the ceiling.
So you don't hit them with the forklift.
Well, we have a philosophy. If you put something away in a really hard spot to get it back down, it will sell. That's how it happens every time. If you leave this wing down because you have a potential sale, it won't sell. But if the moment you put it up is the moment that sale goes through.
That's looking like TBM there.
Yep. Kind of Murphy's Law.
It's been a lot of work, but you know what? We got the trailer cleaned out, smoothed everything over with Nolan, and we're going to be closing this deal. So next stop's going to be to load up a bunch of airplane fuselages, engines, propellers, and cores we can use for the school. Well guys, we made a whole lot of progress here. We got airplanes loaded up, we got engines in the back of the truck, we even got some propellers. The guys at BAS here have been nothing but accommodating. Cannot recommend them enough in case you need any salvage aircraft parts. Make sure to give them a call or visit their website listed below. Thanks guys. Well guys, we made it back, got the truck unloaded, and we've got a whole bunch of projects for the students. I couldn't be more happy with this. Some of the ideas with these airplanes, one is going to become an avionics demonstrator that our students will be able to install a full working panel in, along with getting controls set up, radios, all that kind of stuff. Another one I'm thinking is going to make a nice little piece of art decoration. But more importantly, we're going to be converting 2 of these into engine run stands. So it's like sitting in an airplane while you're actually doing an engine run up. A huge shout out to my class for all the help they provided on this, and a shout out to BAS up there in Greeley, Colorado. Without them, none of this would have been possible. Guys, as always, I'm Forrest. We're Thrust Institute of Maintenance. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.